Welcome to History in Focus. Before we begin, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel for more historical content. Also, let me know who your favorite celebrity is in the comments. Enjoy the video. You can find the footprints of a genius best on the porch of a simple home. This rare final photograph of Albert Einstein reveals the modest life behind his scientific brilliance. Standing on the porch of his house in everyday clothes, Einstein reminds us that the mind unraveling the mysteries of the complex universe was, at its core, just an ordinary human being. This portrait holds the profound thoughts of a leader caught in the storm of civil war. Robert E. Lee, a key figure in American history, led the South during the Civil War with military brilliance and strategic acumen. Yet he also became a symbol of difficult moral and political decisions. Taken in the post-war years, this rare photograph serves as his final image, capturing a reflective and somber moment of a complex legacy. This moment marks one of the most pivotal turning points in American history. On a warm June evening in 1968, Senator Robert F. Kennedy, RFK, was assassinated in a Los Angeles hotel. In this iconic photo, a legend who spread a global message of freedom and love looks straight into your soul. Jamaica's reggae icon, Bob Marley, is captured here in the later years of his life. Even during his battle with cancer, he radiated the same joyful and hopeful expression, inspiring millions around the world. This image is a testament to resilience, music, and unwavering spirit. A life abruptly ended on the stage of history. This haunting photograph immortalizes the moment just seconds before Lee Harvey Oswald, accused of assassinating President John F. Kennedy, was shot by Jack Ruby. This image remains one of the most chilling snapshots of 20th century American history, symbolizing the chaos and unanswered questions surrounding a nation's darkest days. This photo was taken during rehearsals for Michael Jackson's This Is It tour. On June 25, 2009, just weeks before the tour's debut, Jackson passed away, leaving behind an unparalleled legacy in music history. This rehearsal stands as the last glimpse of his passion for the stage and his dedication to his fans, a poignant reminder of the King of Pop's relentless pursuit of perfection and his undying love for music. This image immortalizes the final moments of Steve Jobs, one of the most revolutionary figures in the world of technology. At the time this photo was taken, Jobs was in the final stages of his long battle with pancreatic cancer. Captured in the summer of 2011, just weeks before his death, it serves as a somber reminder of his resilience. Steve Jobs passed away on October 5, 2011. This image, taken in 1991 in London, is the last known photograph of Freddie Mercury. The legendary lead singer of Queen kept his battle with AIDS private, only revealing his illness to the public one day before his death. This poignant photo serves as a farewell to his fans, capturing the quiet strength of a musical icon in his final days. This photo, taken on Robin Williams' 63rd birthday in 2014, captures a joyful moment with his beloved monkey, Crystal. Tragically, this image dates just 20 days before the legendary comedian's untimely passing. On August 11, 2014, Williams ended his life, leaving fans and loved ones heartbroken. In this rare photograph, Marilyn Monroe appears to be living one of the most natural and candid moments of her life. While the exact time and place of this shot remain a mystery, it is known to be the last photograph taken of Monroe. This photo, taken on September 7, 1996 in Las Vegas, is the last known image of Tupac Shakur. In the picture, he is seen sitting in a BMW with Suge Knight. Tupac was on his way to a nightclub after attending a Mike Tyson fight. However, while their car stopped at a traffic light, gunfire erupted from another vehicle, leaving Tupac critically injured. He passed away 6 days later, on September 13, 1996. After being diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease in 1994, Ronald Reagan withdrew from public life. This photo, taken on February 6, 2000, on his 89th birthday, shows him with his wife, Nancy Reagan, at their California home. The image symbolizes the love and support of his family during his battle with the disease. The former president passed away on June 5, 2004, at the age of 93. This final portrait of Abraham Lincoln was taken during a pivotal moment as the Civil War ended and the nation began to reunite. In March 1865, President Lincoln posed for photographer Henry F. Warren on the south balcony of the White House. This image is regarded as Lincoln's last known portrait. Just 5 weeks later, on April 14, 1865, he was assassinated at Ford's Theater. A quiet moment from the life of Frank Zappa, the voice of a musical revolution. Known as an innovative genius who shattered norms in the music world, Zappa is captured here during the final phase of his life. Despite his illness, his strong will and creative spirit are reflected in this image with a silent sense of pride. On December 15, 2011, Jong Il visited a supermarket in Pyongyang, marking his last known public appearance. During the visit, he urged party officials to work on improving the living standards of the people. Just 2 days later, on December 17, 2011, he suffered a heart attack during a train journey and passed away at the age of 69. This photo captures a rare moment from the final chapter of John F. Kennedy Jr.'s life. He was only 3 years old when his father was assassinated, forever remembered for saluting his father's casket at the funeral. On July 16, 1999, while piloting a small plane with his wife, Carolyn Bessette Kennedy, and her sister, Lauren Bessette, he tragically crashed into the Atlantic Ocean near Martha's Vineyard, losing his life. This photograph, taken in May 1942 for Anne Frank's passport application, is one of her last known images. Just weeks later, in July 1942, the Frank family went into hiding in Amsterdam to escape the Nazis. Anne gained worldwide recognition through the diary she kept during their time in hiding. Tragically, in 1944, they were discovered and deported to the Bergen-Belsen concentration camp, where Anne passed away in 1945. This final image of Gandhi captures the tragic end to his peaceful resistance. On January 30, 1948, Mahatma Gandhi was photographed by French photographer Henri Cartier-Bresson as he arrived at Birla House in New Delhi for a prayer meeting. This became the last known photograph of Gandhi, taken on the same day he was assassinated by Hindu nationalist Nathuram Godse. On April 4, 1968, Martin Luther King Jr. stood on the balcony of the Lorraine Motel in Memphis, Tennessee with his friends. This photograph is his last known image. At 6:01 p.m., King was shot by assassin James Earl Ray and critically wounded. Despite being rushed to the hospital, he succumbed to his injuries at 7:05 p.m. at the age of 39. Just days after this image was taken, the leader of Nazi Germany met a tragic end. On April 30, 1945, Adolf Hitler committed suicide in the Führer bunker in Berlin. This photograph is one of his last known images, captured during the final days of the war as Berlin was under siege. It stands as a stark symbol of Hitler's downfall and the collapse of Nazi Germany. Richard Pryor passed away on December 10, 2005 at the age of 65 due to a heart attack. In his final years, he battled multiple sclerosis, MS, which confined him to a wheelchair. This photograph was taken during an event in his later years, showing the impact of his illness. Pryor's reported last words were, "Tell William, he's the best and funniest young man I know. He'll never have to worry about money." On March 9, 1997, Christopher Wallace, known as the Notorious B.I.G., attended the Soul Train Music Awards after-party at the Peterson Automotive Museum in Los Angeles. This photograph, taken around 12:30 a.m. as he left the event, is one of his last known images. Shortly after, while stopped at a red light, he was fatally shot by assailants from a nearby vehicle. The 24-year-old rapper succumbed to his injuries, marking a tragic end to his rising legacy. This historic photo captures Babe Ruth during his farewell ceremony at Yankee Stadium in 1948. After countless victories in a Yankees uniform, Ruth bid goodbye to the public as a living legend. The iconic number 3 on his back remains one of the most unforgettable symbols in baseball history, forever etched in the sport's legacy. In 1994, John Candy had just completed filming Wagons East in Durango, Mexico. This photo was taken on his last day on set. Tragically, later that same night, Candy suffered a heart attack and passed away at the age of 43. This photo, taken in 1992 by Chrismandas, is his last known image. Seeking a life away from modern society, McCandless ventured into the wilderness of Alaska, living in an abandoned bus. However, his journey of survival ended in tragedy due to inadequate preparation and a lack of food. This photo was taken just 2 days before Amy Winehouse's tragic passing. On July 21, 2011, she was spotted near her home in London, marking her last known image. 2 days later, on July 23, 2011, the 27-year-old singer passed away. Autopsy reports confirmed the cause of death as alcohol poisoning. Mark Twain, born Samuel Langhorne Clemens, moved into his Stormfield estate in Redding, Connecticut in 1908. This photograph, taken the same year, shows Twain at his Reading home wearing the academic robes he received when awarded an honorary doctorate from Oxford University. It is one of his last known images. Twain passed away on April 21, 1910, at the age of 74, at his beloved Stormfield estate. This image captures the energetic member of The Who just hours before his tragic passing. On September 6, 1978, Keith Moon and his girlfriend, Annette Walter Lax, attended the premiere of the Buddy Holly story at the Odeon in Leicester Square, London. This photo, taken as they left the event, became Moon's last known image. Later that night, he returned to his London flat, where he passed away on the morning of September 7, 1978, at the age of 32, due to an overdose of prescription medication. On the night of August 31, 1997, Princess Diana and Dodi Al-Fayed left the Ritz Hotel in Paris and entered a private car. This image, captured by the hotel's security cameras, is the last known photograph of Diana. The couple sped away, attempting to escape paparazzi, but tragically, their car crashed in the Pont de l'Alma tunnel. Diana, Dodi Al-Fayed, and their driver lost their lives in the accident. Known as the Crocodile Hunter, Steve Irwin tragically passed away shortly after this image was taken. On September 4, 2006, Irwin was filming Ocean's Deadliest at Australia's Great Barrier Reef when he encountered a bull stingray. This photograph is one of his last known images. During the shoot, the stingray suddenly struck, piercing Irwin's chest with its venomous barb. He succumbed to his injuries at the age of 44. In November 2001, George Harrison spent his final days at Paul McCartney's home in Los Angeles. This photograph is one of Harrison's last known images. On November 29, 2001, he passed away at the age of 58 due to cancer. Harrison's reported last words were a simple yet profound message: love one another. On April 12, 1945, Franklin D. Roosevelt was sitting for a portrait by artist Elizabeth Shumatoff at his residence, the Little White House in Warm Springs, Georgia. During the session, he suddenly fell ill and, shortly after, passed away from a cerebral hemorrhage. Even in her later years, Lucille Ball continued to shine brightly in Hollywood. This 1989 photograph captures her timeless elegance, proving that age could never dim her artistic brilliance. Known as the star of I Love Lucy, Ball was celebrated not only for the laughter she brought, but also for her unmatched grace. This red carpet moment, one of her final public appearances, reminded everyone of her enduring legacy. In January 2008, Heath Ledger was found dead in his New York apartment. Shortly before his passing, he had completed filming the Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus in London. This photograph is one of his last known images. On January 22, 2008, the 28-year-old actor tragically passed away due to an accidental overdose of prescription medications. Just days after this photograph was taken, rock legend Jim Morrison passed away. On June 28, 1971, Morrison joined his girlfriend Pamela Courson and photographer friend Alain Ronay on a trip to the village of Saint-Leu-d'Esserent, north of Paris. This image is one of his last known photos. On July 3, 1971, Morrison was found dead in his Paris apartment at the age of 27. The official cause of death was recorded as heart failure, but the absence of an autopsy has fueled ongoing speculation about the circumstances. On September 30, 1955, James Dean set off in his newly purchased Porsche 550 Spyder to attend a road racing event in Salinas, California. This photo, taken at a gas station in Sherman Oaks, captures one of his last known moments. Later that day, at an intersection near Paso Robles, his car collided with a Ford Tudor. The 24-year-old actor tragically lost his life in the accident. This brave pilot, aiming to fly around the world, vanished mysteriously shortly after this photograph was taken. On July 2, 1937, Amelia Earhart and her navigator Fred Noonan departed Lae, Papua New Guinea, en route to Howland Island. This image, captured during her final preparations in Lae, is one of her last known photographs. Tragically, their plane disappeared over the Pacific Ocean, and their fate remains unknown, marking one of aviation history's greatest mysteries. This photo, taken on September 17, 1970 at the London home of his girlfriend Monica Danneman, captures Jimi Hendrix holding his iconic Fender Stratocaster guitar. Just one day later, on September 18, 1970, Hendrix passed away at the age of 27. While his death was attributed to an overdose of medication, the exact circumstances remain a topic of debate and speculation. Andy Kaufman left an indelible mark on the world of comedy with his unconventional humor and groundbreaking performances. This special Polaroid captures the essence of his mysterious and innovative persona. Even after his death, the swirling theories and speculations about his life continue to intrigue fans, turning them into sleuths searching for answers to the enigma he left behind. This photograph captures the Challenger crew's final moments as they walk toward the launch pad. Taken on January 28, 1986, just before the tragic disaster, it portrays the brave individuals who dedicated their lives to advancing science. From teacher astronaut Krista McAuliffe to the other crew members, each with their own unique story, they were united in their determination to push the boundaries of the future. This image of NASCAR legend Dale Earnhardt marks not just a race day, but the end of an era. This moment, as he bid farewell to his fans, left an indelible mark on the racing world. Clad in his racing suit with a determined gaze, he stood as a symbol of courage and passion. In the hearts of his fans, he will forever be remembered as the Intimidator. Once a star of the stage and screen, Dean Martin dazzled audiences for decades with his charm and voice. This photograph, however, reflects the simplicity and solitude of his later years. Captured casually on the streets, far from the glitz and glamour of his heyday, it serves as a poignant reminder that time changes all, even legends. Yet, his legacy remains timeless in the hearts of fans. Margaret Thatcher was not only the United Kingdom's first female prime minister, but also one of the most influential leaders of her time. This photograph shows her spending her later years with her family, offering a glimpse of her personal side, contrasting with the steely demeanor she was known for during her political career. Thatcher's legacy of leadership and determination continues to resonate not just in Britain, but around the world. This photograph captures Ray Charles in the later years of his life, a silent testament to his unwavering dedication to music. As a legendary figure in jazz, blues, and R&B, Charles inspired millions. Despite being born blind, the world he created through music transcended physical limitations. In this image, his presence speaks softly yet powerfully, embodying the enduring spirit of his art. Every melody continues to tell his story. This photograph captures Johnny Cash during a late-life performance. Despite the weariness etched on his face, his deep, resonant voice continued to captivate audiences. Dressed in black, embodying his iconic title as the Man in Black, his songs felt like a heartfelt farewell. Through his rendition of Hurt, he left an unforgettable message to his fans and the world. This image immortalizes the moments when a legend played his final notes. Under the bright lights, strumming his ukulele, Tiny Tim gave one of his final performances. The renowned ukulele artist tragically passed away on stage after suffering a heart attack while singing. Best known for his classic song Tiptoe Through the Tulips, this extraordinary performer will forever be remembered for his talent and unique style. This photograph captures the poignant moment of a passionate artist bidding farewell to the world through his music.